I'm 34 have been on and off dating / sleeping with a man 35 since we were teenagers. At what point do we just say fuck it and get married with each other? I met Alex when we were 13 or so. Him and his family had just moved from Greece to my neighbourhood. We started dating. He was my first boyfriend. Then we broke up after a year, but remained friends. Then around 16, 17 we lost our virginity to each other, and we didn't really date. But we slept with each other a bunch. In college, we ended up at the same college, and we dated for 3 years. But eventually broke up due to him wanting to see other people. That was our first serious relationship with each other. It ended amicably. I started dating another man, and at 22 we broke up, and I got back with Alex briefly. And for the next 4 or so years, we were very close friends, with benefits basically. Then, at basically the same time, we both started dating other people. I got married to John at 28. I got divorced at 29, when it turned out John was a cheating scumbag. Alex dated a few girls in this time period. At 31, 33, we sort of were distant due to being 2 hours away from each other, but we still saw each other occasionally. Last year, he moved closer, and we have, once again, been sleeping with each other. Now we are a bit closer than just fuck buddies, though. Especially since the pandemic hit here, we have been basically dating. I like Alex a lot. We know each other better than anyone. And he is a very good-looking guy as well. Honestly, at a certain point, even though our relationship is flawed, I feel like he's probably my soulmate. Right, it's been nearly 20 years, and we constantly find each other back with each other. We know each other better than anyone else. Even John, my ex-husband, never really felt quite as connected with me as Alex. Alex can be somewhat of an asshole, and he also has lots of problems in his life financially. And yet, at this point in my life, I almost feel like it's inevitable that we are sort of going to end up with each other. I somewhat have a perfect man syndrome historically, in that I am always trying to find my Prince Charming. And I think Alex knows that, and that is why he has always seen me as somewhat unobtainable romantically, not sexually, but like in terms of a real relationship. But looking back on our history, it kind of does seem as if he has always wanted to be with me. I sort of get butterflies in my stomach now when I think of being with him, getting married to him, etc., as if this entire possibility has opened up in my brain. Something I didn't entirely consider before. I mean, we aren't perfect for each other, and yet we're also perfect for each other. You know what I mean. He isn't my Prince Charming, and yet I feel like he is still going to be the one closest to me than any Prince Charming I can ever meet. I am just having all kinds of weird thoughts about this. I am honestly very confused on how I should approach this. After all this time, it's really starting to feel like I should just settle down on Alex, like he's the obvious choice now. But what if this is just a passing thing, and I might rush into a relationship with him based on these loose feelings? What should I do? Has anyone else been in this type of situation? Don't Red. I feel like I should probably settle on a guy I've been fucking / dating since we were teenagers, but I am still unsure. I mean this in the most caring and friendly way. You need to work on your self-love and self-respect before you are ready to get into another relationship. You don't sound like soulmates. You sound like two mildly codependent people who find it easy and convenient to have sex with each other. I almost feel like it's inevitable that we're sort of going to end up with each other. Joel, where is your sense of agency? This entire post is littered with passive. All this shit just happens to you. Do you really want to have to go through the divorce process again because you entered into a legal contract on the basis of checks notes? Alex is familiar, but he is an asshole with huge financial problem. Guess what doesn't make for a good marriage? A salary and financial problem. Marriage is a choice. Love is a choice. If Alex were not in your life for you to fall back on, and you started making deliberate choices instead of just taking the path of fuck it, who knows what kind of great person you might find who is actually life partner material instead of just the first penis you ever saw. Edit. Oh shit. Thank you for all the awards and kind words. Everyone.